When I started seeing Dr. White, I'd had a whole bunch of different symptoms. First off, I'd been dealing with different type of medical issues for the previous 5 years or so, and I'd been to all different types of traditional practitioners. None of them knew what anything was going on with me, and it got to the point where out of the blue one day I had started having some very severe panic attacks, along with massive anxiety, a lot of lethargy, brain fog. It got to the point where I was really unable to function. I called around from doctor to doctor, and really nobody could really help me. They didn't have any idea what was going on. So I was lucky enough to get in to see Dr. White, and she performed an ART and found out instantly that I had Lyme disease, Bartonella, and a bunch of other co-infections, along with mold and some other things like that. And I mean, it was amazing, because I remember when it happened, I had been traditionally going to other doctors, and I would leave there and I would say, "How confident are you that you know that this is it?" And they'd say, "Well, we're gonna hope for the best. We think that that's it." But when I looked at Dr. White and I asked her how confident she was and that what I had was Lyme and other co-infections, she said 100%. And I knew from that day forward, my treatment plan was gonna be awesome. My treatment plan with Dr. White consisted of a whole lot of different things, but first, it was kind of more of a build-up to be able to take on some of the stronger stuff. So it started with a bunch of different supplements, and I also did some IV treatment to get built up to where eventually did some NAD through IV therapy, which was amazing, and then got to the point where could really start doing some ozone therapy, and that was really the thing that really helped my improvement speed up. Saw a drastic improvement once I was able to get to that point and get healthy enough to take the ozone treatment. So my ozone treatment plan has consisted of all three of the different things. So we've got the ozone dialysis, we've got the 10-pass, and my favorite, the DIV. Basically, all of them have varied in different types of benefit to me. Some I've herxed a little bit more and some I haven't. But I work with Dr. White throughout the process to make sure that my reaction to them wasn't overwhelming. But at the end of the day, if I'm gonna go to my favorite, it's the DIV, because it's faster and it's also a little bit cheaper. And as opposed to some of the other ones, I don't herx as bad and I feel a little bit better after it's being done. So, but the ozone treatment has been a game changer for me, and I really attribute it to being the single most important thing that's helped me get better. After the treatment with Dr. White, as of right today, I feel amazing. It was about 4 days after my first initial kind of treatment with her that I started noticing the fog started to lift a little bit, and I thought, hey, this is new, because I had felt horrible for years before. So I was starting to feel a little bit better, and you know, about a month into it, my panic attacks and my anxiety had reduced by like 80%. And then as time progressed, they went from being once a week to once a month to once every 3 months. And I'm happy to say that I haven't had a panic attack and anxiety issues, anything related to the Lyme disease or mold, in probably almost a year now. It's been very, very beneficial, and I would say that I'm 95% better than I was when I came in here a year and a half ago. You know, one of my most favorite things about working with Dr. White has been how unique her treatment and identification process is. And really that starts with the ART. When I first came in, I was feeling so horrible. I was just looking for anything to help me. And I walked in and we laid on this table and she started the ART process, and it was something I've never been through before. And as it was going through, I thought, how is she gonna be able to figure out what's going on with me by this process, this muscle testing process? And I was amazed at the end of it that she was exactly 100% correct. And you know, that's the one thing that I will say, is that sometimes when you're doing a whole lot of things traditionally that everyone telling you it doesn't work, you got to try something untraditional to actually find new results.